right, so finish solving that. So remember, I'm just doing this for the recording purpose. If I have two equations that are stacked upon each other, that a variable will add to 0, I'm going to add them together and then I'm going to solve for my variable. So I solved for x, and now I'm solving for y. What do I have to do next here? Anybody? Subtract 20 on both sides. Not the 6 yet, Nadia. Remember, I gotta get rid of that addition and subtraction first. Okay? 6 is being multiplied, so I gotta do the subtraction first. I'm gonna get rid of the 6 after I get rid of that. I first have to move all of my numbers away from it that don't have a variable. Okay? So same pattern that you were doing in the last problems, just bigger numbers, but slow down. Look at it. What do I have to move first? Okay? Here I've got 12, 6, 6. Y is equal to 2. How do I write my answer? What goes first? Is Y is, so my answer is 5.2. Good? Give me a thumbs up, down, sideways. Where are you at? Okay? Good. Let's do another one. You good? All right. So in number 2, everybody look at number 2. What am I going to get rid of? They're stacked on top of each other. I definitely don't want to do substitution for this one. What am I going to get rid of? My x's or my y's? X. Is there ever a wrong answer? The answer is no. We'll find out why in the next section. Add those together. What do you get? What am I going to divide this by? Yeah, because whatever this is in front of the y, I have to divide that by, because this needs to divide by, this needs to become a 1, right? And so if that's a -2, I have to divide it by -2. If I divide it by a 2, it would end up being a -1, right? But I want it to be a 1, so whatever number this is what I divide by. Good. What did you get for an answer there? -1 it is. Now, go back, put it in, find out what your x is. All right. So everybody got 1 and 2 done? Yes? Or very close to? You should have got 0 and -1. Finish it. Make sure you get 0. Okay? Two, right? Because those are the same numbers. So I can multiply this by -1. But here's what's way easier. Just, if you're going to change the sign of this one, you got to change the sign of everybody. See what I did there? So I essentially multiplied by -1, and now I can add those together. Okay? Then this will add to 0 and go from there. So on problems that they're stacked, but they're not the opposites of each other, make the bottom equation change the sign of everything that's in there, all three things, and then add them together. Okay? So for number 4, what would I have to change? So just don't work out number 3 for a second. Just look at number 4 so my 10 o'clocks can leave. What do I have to change? The 4. But can I just change the 4? I can't just change the 4. What else do I have to change? Everything else. So what's this going to become? Positive 3. What's that going to become? Negative 3. And then I'm going to add them together. Okay? So if they're not opposite, make one of the equations the opposite sign, but all parts of it, and then add them together. And then it's exactly the same as 1 and 2. Okay? Good. All right, so here you would get 4x, negative 4x,
What are you doing?
equals negative 16, and then we would divide by negative 4, x equals positive 4. Then I'm going to take my original equation. I like the 5x plus 2y one equals 6. I'm going to put my 4 in there. I'm going to get 20 plus 2y equals 6 minus 20 on both sides. 2y equals negative 14. Divide that by 2. Y is equal to negative 7. So you should have got 4 negative 7. Awesome. The next one that we were working on was number 4. And again, we changed all those signs so that these would add 0. So then I got 5y equals 10. Divide by 5. Y equals 2. Now, go back to your original equation. I would use this one. Don't use that changed one because that's going to mess you up. And then I know my y. Oops. Plus sign there. And my y was 2. Sorry, doing math in my head. Dangerous stuff. Divide both sides by 4. X equals 6. So my answer is 6, comma 2. Fantastic. All right. Don't worry about that next example. We're not going to worry about that. So there's your notes.